Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the Youth Baseball Podcast, a space where we dive deep into the journey of raising and coaching young ball players while growing ourselves in the process. I'm Aaron Zaragoza, and today's episode is a little different. It's something new that we're trying. Most of our episodes will feature interviews with former MLB players, college athletes, coaches, athletic directors, and others who've walked the path. But today, we're bringing you something special, a roundtable conversation between three fathers, three coaches, and three men of God, all connecting via video chat. So we're calling these episodes Between the Lines, growing ourselves to help grow the kids. I'm joined by Daniel Robertson and Camilo Gutierrez, and together we opened up about what we're going through in youth baseball, how we're developing ourselves, and how that growth translates into the way we lead and impact the kids we coach every day. This episode is filled with honest, fulfilling conversation, filled with real talk, insight, and encouragement. I personally left feeling filled with wisdom from both Daniel and Camilo, and we hope you feel the same after listening. So these 3-person episodes are something we'll feature in between our guest interviews, a chance to check in, reflect, and share from the heart. Our goal is to support families as they navigate the youth baseball world with purpose, safety, and love. So thanks for tuning in and enjoy the episode. Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for jumping on. Thanks for it's a pleasure to be on a talk with you, and I truly get a lot from these talks. If it's recorded like this or it's not, I take it every day and I use it during my coaching or just in life. So I appreciate you guys. Man, Daniel, I haven't talked to you in a few weeks, maybe a few months. Let's do our catch up. This is the catch up part of the show.
It's been a while.
Yeah, what's good, bro? What you been up to?
Oh man, dude, taking care of these kids, taking care of my family. Um, you know, trying to stay closer to God as much as I can, and just doing handling my responsibilities, and trying to stay happy through all that. But yeah, no, everything's good, man. Kids are in baseball right now, playing the Elk Grove Youth League, so that's fun. I grew up in playing the Florin Little League, but that was during the yeah, man. So Rudder, and so actually so I was living in Reading, dude. Long story. We'll get into that later. But we moved back to Sacramento, and I was just trying to rush to get them into a league, and ended up going with I think it was Parkway at the time, Parkway Little League, and then so they went there. Zion, my oldest 7, and then my youngest 5. They're both on T-ball, so I moved Zion straight to player pitch. So yeah, I mean they run a pretty tight ship at Elk Grove, so it's pretty tight. Yeah. How's your guys' league going on right now?
Camilo, you want to take that? How's Lamb Park going, bro?
So Tommy, man, he just has he has a gift. Bottom line, like he has a gift. He's an athlete. So now the challenge is to be, and everyone said, well, he's a good player, but the challenge is, um, there's gonna be a lot of distractions growing up, and so it's being able to father him in a way where the distractions don't take him out. And so he's good at soccer and basketball, and he ended up playing soccer this year, and he didn't want to go to tryouts. I go, dude, you got to go to tryouts to trial for the play. And so I didn't want to push it. If he doesn't want to go, I don't want to drag him out there and him putting because I've heard this before that puts a sour taste in his mouth. Now he's like, my dad made me do this, and now he holds that in his head, and now he doesn't want to play baseball. So I'm like, okay, dude, you're gonna play AA. That's fine. Max, he played 2 years of T-ball. I go, man, he likes it, but he's just not like, it's just, I think he'll just play T-ball and then 2 years of rookie and just step by step. But at the end of the T-ball season, he just practiced like every day and still's practicing. So I'm like, dude, you could try out for AA. Like, it's like, you're right there. He makes AA, and then Tommy is at AA. So then we select the team. We get a team together, and they're just really young. That's all. They're just young. Like Max is fine there, and then Tommy just is like, it's a discrepancy where like he can hurt some kids with a bat, or
Yeah.
For real.
Hey, well,
Yeah.
and then he hit a kid pitching, and then I go, well. So anyway, I asked him if they could be moved up, and he's like, no, he should have tried it out. So he's gonna play double A, which is fine. It's been going good, and our team is starting to come together as a team. We're trying to put the ball in play. We actually had last year we only got like 3 pitchers in the game, and the first game we got three innings in, and then a coach pitch, and then the second game we got 4 innings of kid pitch. The last game we got 5 innings of kid pitch and no coach. So we're just like,
Heck yeah.
yes,
Yep.
they're getting
That's
it.
cool.
It's a 1 or 2 strikes, and it's going pretty good. And so
Looks like baseball.
Oh, that's fun.
good start. So
Getting through innings with kids, ooh, that's fun.
yeah,
That's good.
yeah, both our pitchers, their pitchers, they're around the plate enough, and so we got able to get five guys in.
That's awesome.
Man.
Yeah.
And your boys too, Aaron, playing?
Yeah, my boy, he's 6, and he's playing his second year of single A. With him being a weird birthday, December 29th, he had been playing with older kids. So this is the first year that those older kids went up, and we were like, yeah, let's have him take that step too, because he's been playing with them. If anything, he's right there with them. It wasn't until a fall ball, which again, he was right there with the older kids. So I was just confused. I was just like, yeah, he's ready. And then specifically, one of our last episodes, we were talking about catching, and we're talking about like maybe the limited role in which he's going to be the youngest kid who doesn't know how to catch with the rest of the group, so that he could now just play, maybe 3 positions out of 9. So that really, at this point, was the aha moment, saying like, I don't want my kid to be limited. Why? Like there's no reason to. And that really helped me visualize the fun being the utmost importance here. And yeah, just having a great year, man. Like a lot of confidence, hitting the ball to the outfield. We had to like recruit some of his friends from kindergarten class because we didn't have no friends anymore. Everyone was going up, and we still wanted him to have fun with friends. The 2 friends that we brought in are athletes. The first time playing baseball, they were learning it quick. 4 weeks in, they're doing things like hitting and stuff that made my son go like, yo, I got to step my game up because my friends are good. So like they're right behind me now. I got to keep going. So we're definitely blessed, and it's been a good year, man. And thanks again for bringing faith in this, Daniel, because I feel like, like that's what I'm learning now too. All this good stuff is because of the Lord, so it's like we keep that going and center ourselves around like-minded people like ourselves. So got to add that in there too, man. That's a lowdown. If we take a step back, I know my son is 6, single A. Daniel, your kids are so close together. You said 5 and 7, right? What levels are they playing?
So Zion, I think it's called, is it Ricky Ball? We're right below the majors. So
his kid pitch.
Yeah, they pitch to each other the whole time. So it's 6 innings. It's 6 innings of them pitching to each other. It's either 6 innings or 2 hours, right? So whichever comes first. And then the youngest one, T-ball, just he's still 5. And so he's 5 and he's in T-ball right now. So yeah.
So 2 years apart, like the full 2 years, right?
Basically, one July, or basically 2017 and then 2019. So 2 years.
Okay. 2 years.
2 years of change.
And in playing years, right? So it's like when one's going to be the older one is going to play 2 years of rookie ball, then he'll go up to majors. They both
Shoot,
one's at
if his ass will get good enough, I'm moving his ass straight up. If he loves it that much, and if he gets that good, which we're gonna talk about real soon. But sure. If he gets good enough, I'm hoping this summer we can develop a lot and get him out there with kid, because he loves it. He loves playing catch. He tell me, Dad, can we go play catch? Right, hitting he's a little bit afraid of right now. But when we're in the house, we play strikeout. He hates striking out. Loves to get competitive with me. I'm trying to strike him out with the wiffle balls, the basketballs, and so there's still a little bit of that. Hey, let's have fun still. But if he gets good enough, I'll move him up.
Yeah. That transitions into our next segment. We have 3 segments on this hangout. We'll call it a show. On this hangout, it's development. We kind of introduced our kids. Let's just kick it off, Daniel. How are you developing both kids? In 2025. First, tell me about how you grew up. what and how you developed, like, is that something that you did on your own, like your dad, your
Yeah.
parents, or a mentor?
Yeah, a little bit of both. So I grew up in Hawaii, like I mentioned earlier, country boy, just kind of just outside all the time, getting into trouble, getting into stuff. Always was out in the sand, the sun, throwing rocks. And so my dad introduced me to base. Well, actually, my mom introduced me to baseball when I was like
Mhm.
2 years old, and she had a stick that I just picked up and started swinging, and she
Thank
kept
you.
that stick every time we would go on our walks. And so from that age, like they got bought me a tee, and I started hitting off the tee in the house. My dad would throw to me, and I saw my older brother play, who who actually in Hawaii at the time he was playing for college or for high schools in Hawaii,
Mhm.
specifically Kalaheo High School, and we'd have all
Shout out.
these shout out Kalaheo High School. But basically, he was on the island and he was getting heavily recruited because it's not a lot of like baseball. It was big back then, but it wasn't as
Mhm.
big as it is now on the island. Like them little league kids, right? That's the era that my dad grew up or my brother grew up in. But anyway,
Mhm.
he was playing and he was getting recruited from U of H, and I was seeing
Mhm.
play, and that inspired me. And so long story short, moved out here to Sacramento.
Mhm.
Started in Florin Little League. So right there at Rudder Middle School.
Mhm.
My coach, I remember, I still talk to him to this day, Bobby Lorgan. So a
Mhm.
shout out Bobby Lorgan if you see this. And yeah, just dude, my dad just let me have fun. You know what I'm saying? He never
Mhm.
forced it on me. He showed me the game as something to like prepare me for life. And at a young age, I was like really into that, like getting prepared for my future. I really
That's
like
cool.
took that seriously, even at a young age, even in elementary school. But
Mhm.
yeah, I saw baseball as something like, dang, this is hecka cool. I could get a scholarship for this. I could, maybe play, and so I was a dreamer. So that's really what kept me going and having fun. But yeah, my dad and my mom really introduced the game to me. And
Yeah.
yeah, went to my first year out of high school. I went to Pleasant Grove High School,
Okay.
played 3 years varsity there.
Mhm.
And shout out Coach Rinaldi. And then after that, I went to Delta College in
Mhm.
Stockton, won a state championship there.
Sure.
Came back home to Sacramento, went to Sac City, and then I got a scholarship to the Academy of Art in San
Yep.
Francisco. So
Right.
that's kind of
Yeah. And you
like
played there too, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I played
Yeah.
play ball there. We played. Yeah, it's an art school, but we had
Mhm.
we had baseball. So I was a good player on a shitty team. So, so I either could have walked on to Sac State and earned a scholarship, which I had that
Mhm.
option to.
Mhm.
But I know I was gonna be earning my spot, and I wanted to play, and so I
Mhm.
went. I went to instead of going to Sac State, I went to Academy of Art. I would have got more playing time there, and they gave
Right.
me more money
Right.
to go. So I just went
Right.
there.
Yeah.
I actually got injured in my senior year, and just never really pursued it. But man, the game taught me a ton of life lessons. Introduced me to a whole bunch of people. I met Camilo through I
Yeah.
mean, just it networking,
Yeah.
from baseball. So even though I didn't go past college, it was really insightful and it introduced me to a lot of people.
Yeah. And when you went to the art academy, that's where you learned video,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
So
Yeah.
yep, yep. So I got a degree in multimedia communications. So for kids
Cool.
out there who don't make it to the league, it's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Is get that scholarship, get you a degree and go, make something out of yourself. But yeah, I
Yeah.
got a degree and then started a media company, which I still run to this day. Um
Yeah.
and but yeah, kind of switched gears here into real estate now.
Yeah.
But yep.
And your scholarship at art academy, that's not cheap. Baseball helped
No,
with
no,
that.
no, no. It was not cheap at all. I mean,
Yeah.
kids coming from China paying, ton of money just to go to
Yeah.
that school.
Mhm.
And it was a bunch of, interior architecture design. It's an art school, so
Mhm.
it's really, fine it's fine art, so it's kind of expensive. Yeah. But
Yeah. Jeez. And then, like, this is great because I feel like I'm learning more about you, Daniel. And we've had talk with Camilo on an episode, but tell us quickly about your upbringing, Camilo. Again, we were talking about earlier. We're all the different generations. I'm in the middle of you guys. Um, Daniel's younger, and Camilo is older than me. So we hit on all the generations. And tell us about what was it like. Where did you play? Let's go over all that again, Camilo.
Yeah. So while doing the doing the podcast, I have to go take care of the boys because they're at home right now.
Y'all
I got
good?
to go early,
Of course.
so I got to go
Yep.
back and forth.
We're fathers first, right,
Hey
Dave?
man, you see me? Shoot.
Yeah, so we're just doing like a little short intro, or
Yeah.
No, just about like again baseball. Like yeah, we're doing the development. How did you develop? And and then we'll get into how we are going to develop our kids.
my friend taught me how to play catch in the neighborhood, and I started playing catch, and then just played every day. And so any player can get good; they just have to like want to play. And so
Yeah.
it comes down to like right now. I was talking to Daniel, or I was talking to one of you guys about the simple just playing catch, and I shared it
Yep.
with my team. We have Game Changer, and I go, or I sent an email, and I go, for in order for the kids to develop, they're gonna have to play catch, and so
Yeah.
you're gonna have to play catch with them, and it's not
Yeah.
catch, it's fetch. So they're gonna throw it
Yeah.
all over the place, and they're gonna bunch of swing, hit the ball, whatever.
Yeah.
Are they still encouraging them, and also like just keeping like not trying to tell them how to do it, but just having them throw, and having them hit. And then at a certain point, they'll start hitting the ball in there and they'll start playing catch. But it's like, it's a process. And it's like, okay, just throw the ball. That, I mean, that's really what it starts with. And so a lot of the kids that I coach now are learning how to play catch. And so back when I was their age, I was already playing catch. So it's not, but they look at Tommy Mac, it's nothing unique.
Yeah.
If you teach a kid like how to play piano really young, or guitar, or
Yeah.
make a podcast, they're going to be able to do anything at a young age with what they learn. So,
Yep.
True.
and I go, well, so I reminded the parents, I go, we got to play catch. You got to be available to play catch or fetch, and just let them go through the reps. They're going to take a ton of bad reps, but it doesn't matter. As long as they're taking the reps, they'll get better.
Yep.
And sorry to jump in here, Camilo. I learned this, like, I love the fetch because you are giving me a visual and something to start with, right? Because it's like, for me, my son's still learning how to catch. He's 6, and like you said, but I've started a few months ago, and he's further along. But then it's still daunting when I pass by a AA team saying, okay, that's going to be us next year. And yeah, like, none of them really know how to catch. And then I'm like, goodness gracious, like, can I work with all of them now? It's overwhelming. But when you're like, no, it's called fetch, coach. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, that's fine. That's okay. Right. Like, it's to start off it not being perfect or near looking good, because you have to start somewhere. Right. Daniel, your kids know how to catch pretty well, right? Like 5 and 7-year-olds.
Yep. So Xavier still has a little bit of trouble catching it, but he can. It's funny because he throws naturally left-handed, but I was like, nah, we got to switch that.
Made him right. Should make him a righty.
Dude, his righty is like on point now. You know what I'm saying? Like he's pitching with his right hand, but I'm teaching him both because I want him to, I want him to maximize himself. But yeah, no, it's 5-year-old.
Right, throw right, hit left.
Yeah.
That's what you do, right, Camilo? You throw right, Camilo?
Yeah, a lot of, like, if you're developing, like, you want your kid to hit left-handed. I got a righty lefty. Max used to switch hit, but he likes righty better, so that's fine.
Yeah.
But he used to put Tommy left-handed. He's going to see a lot more right-handed pitchers than left-handed pitchers. But nowadays, just from what I'm seeing, it doesn't really matter. The Hooters are really that good.
That far.
I see it. I'm like, but these left-handed hitters are just taking some really good swings off lefty pitch.
I mean, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this more, guys. Let's dive into this. And I know you are, because this excites me. So, what are we talking about here? Lefty, righty. So, okay, what's the ideal? And like you just said, right now, also, it doesn't matter because everyone's just so good. But what's the ideal?
So right here, the ball's in it. So if I'm lefty, the ball's coming in this way. So there are
a lot more right-hand pitchers.
There's a lot of righty on righties, but they have to learn. There's pitches that are going to look like they're going to hit him, but they're not. So but for any hitter, they have to stay. They have to stay here no matter what, because a good pitcher will make you want to move out of the way a little bit. And that's tough to learn if you're a young lefty. to stay in there. Or righty, I mean, righties have to learn it. So,
Yep.
but
Yep.
it's a harder, it's a tougher angle. I took some batting practice against a right-hander after I just hit left-handed. I go, man, this is pretty tough. Yeah, I hit it off a righty. But if you grow up
Yeah.
the way, then it's not really that tough.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what I see now is that a lefty on lefty matchups,
Yeah.
the hitters are just really good, and I don't see that as like. I mean, they're swinging the bat, so it doesn't seem like it's an
Yeah.
advantage. It might be, but I mean, before growing up, it was a big advantage to get a lefty on lefty matchup where you know, because
Yep.
the advantage went to the pitcher.
Yep.
But nowadays, hitters are hitting so much that it doesn't come into
It's not an
play
issue.
because
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it's not necessarily an issue for certain hitters. I guess you know, or
Yeah.
even
Yeah. And then like when you watch games, right? Like I know when I was playing, if that player wasn't like one of your go-to position players, and like let's say they bought in, let's say it's towards the let's say it's towards the end of the lineup, 6, 7, 8, 9 hitters, right? So 6 hitter, 7, 8, 9. Let's say they bring in a right-hander, right, to face your right-handed hitter.
Yeah.
If you're 6, 7, 8, 9, there's a possibility that coach might pull that right-handed hitter and put a left-handed hitter up there to increase the odds of him getting on base. But
Yeah.
like Camilo said, I'm not really sure the stat on how many times. I don't know if you heard me, Camilo, but I'm gonna retract what I was saying. So basically, I know when I was playing, like if you're a 6, 7, 8, 9 hitter, and let's say you're a right-handed hitter that comes up to hit, and let's say they bring in a righty to face you, right? If you're 6, 7, 8, 9, you're not one of them like key players, right? Like as far as in the lineup, right? So coach might put in a left-handed hitter to face that right-handed hitter on that switch, right? But I think to Camilo's point, kids are hitting so much nowadays. Sometimes you don't even see them kids come out of the lineup because that hitter will be so far along that that angle that the pitch is coming from might not matter. So it's really like Camilo's point. I mean,
they trained it where it's like it's not and
it's not an issue.
it's not
I mean, did they take Barry Bonds out to face a left-handed hit? Right. That fool was so good.
and that's true. So some guys are not some guys we can pull up the stats and see what guys are not good left-handed hitters off
Yeah,
the
exactly.
um but also like development is also like it makes a huge difference if the family's supportive and knows like, hey, we're gonna spend time. Like I carry Dark all the time because if they're with me and we want to go hit, we're gonna go hit. And that's really cool. It's like anytime they ask me to play catch, we're gonna go play catch. So I mean I'm at the point where they're like, dude, I'm like, dude, I need a break, man. They're just like and that much. And so my good friends, it's like, how do you tell if your kid's really good? He's all because they wear you out. I'm like, dude, these guys wear me out, man. I go, I just need, I go, guy, I need time out real quick, but we'll play to the play and then get fun to catch, man. But because it is a family sport, so it can't be anything about like right or wrong or being upset about it. Like if they miss the ball, they miss the ball. That's just what it is. And so to yell and scream at them is not going to be beneficial. It's like that's a part of the game. They're going to swing and miss and just that's it. And play, have fun, and that's it. And then we can work on it. And that's really the point. Is like take extra ground balls or hit. But also even for my 14U teams, like or my younger kids, I go, if we didn't work on it, I don't say nothing. But if we work on it and I know what they can do, I'm like, dude, like you guys need to do this, man. Like I know you can do it. So, you know, do it.
And I was telling Camilo yesterday, a part of that development that we're talking about, right, is learning how to incorporate things but still making it fun but training at the same time, right? Like so for example, my son was having issues right? Seeing live pitching and taking that same swing off the tee, and when we do soft toss into the game, right?
Now, see,
It was
that's the issue for any age hitter.
any kid, right? And I was just like,
And that's the thing
and I,
about baseball.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You got to play catch. You got to put the ball in play. Got those strikes at any level, man. And
at
so that's
any
the
levels,
cool thing about it. Like, yeah, that's
yeah. And then I was thinking, I'm like, dang, dude, I didn't even start doing that until I got into college. So why am I expecting him to do that? So, what we did was I introduced drills to him that I've been kind of researching, also that worked for me, right? And that were fun. So what I do, it was always my dad always showed me like the dance, right? The when you put your foot down, back knee towards, we just did the dance, the little hip dance, right? I was like, come on, dude, like this is all you gotta do is dance a little bit, and so making that fun, right? And then also I got big basketball, so that way when he hits it, he could feel some like the power, right? And so now that he's feeling that, even taking him into the cages now, his swing is like just natural now, and so allowing them to figure it out, but also introducing at this age, introducing things to them that are fun, but also train you. I'm finding that kind of works way better than me. Hey, you got to fix your hands here, put your hands here. They'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Whatever works best for them. Just keep introducing those reps to them. So I'm finding, with my 7 and 5-year-old, those things go way longer than me, trying to train them and coach them like I would a college kid or a 14-year U kid, right?
Right. Man, that's great, man. I mean, like, I just love, like, you guys are smiling. I would trust my kids, with you both, as like coaches, trainers, and just keeping it fun. And I'm writing notes. It's a family sport. Like all this stuff, I swear, I bring this to my everyday life, and man, all good stuff. I come from baseball truly being, where my friends came from, man. I didn't play in college. I went to high school to play basketball. It was sophomore year. My friends were like, "Hey, you play baseball, right? We need some more players, right?" And I was like, "I haven't played since my 13-year-old year, but prior to that, I played since I was 5, and all my best friends were on my baseball team. If we fast forward my youth, it was sleepovers. It was hanging out with my baseball best friends, right? And I loved the sport because of that. It was just like a community. Yeah. And in the end, going back to high school, I started playing again, and just the joy was there, with the friends, camaraderie. One year we made it to the playoffs, Division 3. One of my best buddies to this day was our like just killer lefty pitcher. He actually played at Sierra College, and went to Nebraska, like a small school in Nebraska, and but a nasty left-handed pitcher. And his dad told him, "You guys weren't like super talented baseball team, but you guys were close." And that for the longest time, I was like, I don't get that. Like I think my basketball mind maybe go like, if we're not talented, like we don't have the best player on the court, you're probably not going to win. So what does he mean? We were close, and that's why we won games. I was like really confused by that. But I think just recently I started to understand, if I made an error, but we're up the next inning and my friend goes, "We got you, bro. Get up, because we're about to hit and we're about to score that run back for you and for us." I'm going back out next inning. They just pick me up. So there's the whole let's pick each other up. I think that's the sport that does it the most. And that would made a lot of sense, So I think that was that's been on my mind lately. But
it's funny because I wish I could take my youth mindset, right, and apply it to my older mindset, as far as like having more fun with the game. I think if somebody just takes that through every phase of their progression, wherever you end up, just is where you end up. But I think you're gonna be okay whatever level play at. Just have fun with the game. I think that way, and we were talking about this the other day, as we start to introduce travel ball into the equation, and those things kind of extract you from having fun and being. Wait, show us Max or Tommy. What's up, man?
Say hi, Max. We're talking about baseball.
What's up, Max?
There he is.
Let me see them. He got the guns out.
It's nice out there. He's like Sacramento, 70 degrees. Let's go.
Right. But yeah, man, just yeah, dude. And another point to what you were saying, the community part about it, dude. Yeah, I would say playing baseball helped me become a better team player in life, because dude, when you strike out, it's not the best feeling, and then to take that feeling onto the field, the ball's gonna find you. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I always remember, it's like it doesn't matter how many times you strike out. Life is life. You know what I'm saying? Go out there, act like you're 4 for 4. And that may be a little bit extracting as well, right? Like, dang, you should be able to feel those feelings and frustration of being struck out, which is fine, right? Have those feelings, but let's move on now, right? Like, let's move on to the next one. That's also part of the development, letting those kids feel frustrated, but teaching them how to turn that into maybe, hey, let's go get some extra hacks in the cages, right? So I found out that Zion, my oldest, he gets stage fright, just like I used to, right? I used to get up to the plate, and I used to be like, especially in the beginning of the season. I remember playing at City when all the lights is on, people behind you cheering, people you go to school with, and I was sitting there paralyzed one time. I was just like, I had so many butterflies, but at the same time, I like my swing didn't feel. I just was so nervous, right? But remembering what helped me get out of that was number one, just it's not that serious. Go out there, do what you know how to do, and then just being able to trust that, right? But that comes with reps. And so with Zion, when he struck out and he was getting embarrassed, I'm like, hey, that doesn't feel good, huh? He's like, no, I don't like it. And so, I thought about ways to make it more fun. But yes,
Yeah.
learning how to have community and learning how to go through those struggles is that part of development that's not going to translate just on the field, right? It's going to translate in life. So I think that's key, man, what you just said, that picking each other up, man.
And I think we just found our second part of this very new show, this being our pilot, if you will, development. We catch up, we talk about development, and let's get to our final part of our chat. And I know we could talk for hours, guys, but
we're gonna structure this thing way more.
We got
better.
stuff to do. We got stuff to do. No, I think this is great with timing and on the way. This is flowing, guys. I love it. Hey, what challenge do you guys have? I'll start first. If you guys haven't got a chance to think about this, the challenge I'm giving myself lately. A coworker talked about a routine. He mentioned having a routine the last year or two, and how that's like helped him with his. I think he has a 7 and 14-year-old. And I left that night going like, hey, I need a routine. Routine is what I'm going to challenge myself. And for those who are listening, if you feel like you need to maybe stop and do a routine too, let me know how that goes and give me some pointers. So what challenges you guys got for yourselves?
Milo, you want to go first?
No, go ahead. I had something to share about the Jerry Weinstein shared this with us. He's I'm playing I'm playing the 9 best, not the 9 best. I'm playing the best 9, not the 9 best. What that means is it might not be the 9 best talented players out there, but it's the best team possible that day. And that says a lot, because sometimes you don't win with your most talented guys, man. Most of the time, if you're not winning with the most talented guys, it means that they're holding the team back in some way. And that's very powerful. And even with the strikeout, so Max, he struck out the other day, frustrated, and I go, hey, look it, you got to cheer your teammates on, because you can get back up. And he's like, what? So he started cheering. I'm like, yeah. And we pick each other up. It's like, okay. So now he got into the game, and I shared that with a few other players. I go, look it, did you put your best swing on the ball, or did you do your best approach, or did you do your best? I'm like, then that's it, man. That's all. That's a win. But you get up there, you're not doing your best, and you know it. Then can you do your best next time? Then that's the only time we should get frustrated, is that if you didn't do your best, and now next time I want to put my best effort forward, and then I go, that's it. We don't go up there not to hit the ball, or we don't go up there to strike out. And so long as you're giving your best effort, all the players and your teammates, and we know that was it. Baseball's a tough sport. It's built around failure. We got to stay that. And I recognize it said that. I go, man, you know what? You go to a big time winning program, man. Everyone is pretty chill. Everyone is just like, and that's for any kind of sports. It's like boom, they're always upbeat, man. Gotta be, because
you got to.
Yeah, it's a rough game.
Man,
Who calls the grind? Baseball's a grinding sport. be able
I
to.
don't almost been depressed a few times because was doing so. I remember my first college year, I went like 0 for 28 in my first like my first month was horrible, man. And dude, I was in my head. I was in my head, dude. Just damn, am I gonna get drafted? Am I gonna? And the scouts ain't gonna look at me anymore. And the moment I just was like, you know what, just let it go.
Yeah.
That's when you start to really develop. But man, no, you're right. It can be really tough. It's one of the toughest games. So I would challenge myself. I think I'm gonna go down your road too, Aaron, and have a routine. I'm gonna, even though I do have a routine, I could dial in it even more. And I know that people who's watching this could benefit from it too, of having a routine, right? Because we're talking about development, and a part of development is having a routine. Just in a nutshell, I mean, you see certain players have routines, how they do stuff, and so yeah, with my kids, I want to start structuring, because we just do it all parts of the day. Like, hey, when I want to take a break from work, we just get up and play catch. Like, I'll throw wiffle balls behind me here in the house, but I want to have a routine for it. Just making sure that they do get, we do more routine rather than it just kind of be random. So I'm gonna challenge myself to do that as well.
For sure. I love it, man.
Yeah, man.
I mean, Camilo, did you mention the routine on your end, bro? Or not routine, or challenge?
The challenge. I don't know. I don't know what challenge. I mean, I haven't really. I think
Put you on the spot.
I have a good routine down. Man, that's a.
Yeah, I might even have to reject mine now.
Like for me, it's just making sure that I go all out, and give my best effort. So it's being like fully present when there's always kind of different distractions or I feel like needs to be. So like when I'm at the field, be 100% present at the field so I can coach my best. And then also just enjoy it more. And that means again being in the present moment and not getting caught up into like for me like I wrote up a good baseball pregame for the guys, and then everyone's showing up at different times, and I'm like, okay, man.
Yeah.
They're showing up at different times, but also now I wrote it up and I go, okay, guys, if you want your player to get better, have him here so we can start as a team so that we get there an hour before so we can practice and play. So it's like a practice before the game.
Yeah,
But
for sure. That makes sense.
different times, and now I'm like, oh, that's why you show up as a team together.
Yeah.
We're already warming up. This guy didn't warm up, and now they're missing out on stuff. So now I'm gonna just
Huge.
make it a point of like, hey, we're gonna start at 4:30 for a 5:30 game because we're gonna practice and play catch and take ground balls and hit as a team.
Yeah, for sure.
And this is developmental. I go, if you want your player to be successful, we're gonna be here an hour before, and I go, that's what it takes. If you want, I know what it takes to have a good experience at baseball. This is kind of what it takes. So
Exactly.
that's kind of just.
And you said
I guess that's the challenge of I'm going to send the email to the parent or the game changer like, hey, we want you to be good, and that's really the truth. It's like, okay, man, just don't show up 5 seconds before the game. I know things are happening, but I make it a point to be here because I know this game is very challenging. So I'm doing my best to get these guys ready, whether they're 5 years old or 14 years old. It's the same. So we got to have this. We got to treat this game with respect, and because it's a hard game, man. Catching the baseball, throwing strike, it's hard.
So Daniel, I know at this point you heard both of ours, and you're like, hold up, I think I got something else. Then
yeah, for me, I guess my challenge for myself and everyone else in just specifically about what we talked about today with development and the kids, I want to get them around other kids, on a regular basis. That's my goal, is to connect more so honestly with y'all, like, you know what I'm saying, y'all are,
for sure.
if
For real,
like just
for real.
getting them around kids in that environment. So that's my goal for this next week or so. It's like, okay, we know we're in baseball now, full swing. They love it. Now I want them to get around other athletes, because that's the best way to really soak up game, is to be around other athletes and see what they doing. So that's my goal, is to get my kids around other kids that are that are thriving.
Right. And then like they're gonna gravitate towards we put a wiffle ball and a bat right over there, and look at them, they're over there playing, just messing around with each other, having fun.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's my challenge. And to any other families out there, any other dads.
Yeah. I mean, this is cool, man. I appreciate you guys wrapping up here. I feel like this is probably healthy for me to be on a call with both of you guys, once or twice a month.
Phone call, we talked. I was like, dude.
Yeah, dude. I see this thing, man. I mean, there's so many topics we could talk about, right? Like being a team player. We could talk about, life, or how sports emulate life, right? How we could draw from things that we could talk about inspirational people that we've been around, like talking about them, right? Like we could talk about Fernando. You and I have both been around Fernando, what I'm saying, in depth, and we could talk about just what the game taught us. So there's so many topics that we could just talk about and give. I mean, because that gave me life talking to Camilo the other day. I'm like, damn, man, like we should do this more. This is our community,
Community, yeah. This is still recording. Like you just told the listeners what to expect, out of us, and those that also want to be a part of our community. Like we could have you on. You know what I mean? So reach out to us if you know us. If you don't know us, we're putting this on Instagram, on YouTube, and just talk to us. And this is what we do, right? Like and if you feel the vibe, this is what we're about. So, man, guys, we gotta go. I know we gotta go pick up kids. We got games tonight. Have a good weekend.
All right.
Yes, sir. I'll tap in with y'all.
See you guys soon.
Appreciate you guys.
A big thank you to my brothers Daniel Robertson and Camilo Gutierrez for showing up, being real, and sharing their hearts today. Conversations like this are why we started this show. This episode was recorded and edited by your boy Aaron Zaragoza, and I hope you took something valuable from our time together. If you did, we'd love for your support. Please follow, comment, and subscribe to the Youth Baseball Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and our YouTube channel. Your follows and feedback help us keep this episode coming and growing. So thanks for tuning in, and until next time, keep swinging with purpose, keep throwing love and discipline into the game, and never forget, it's bigger than baseball. We'll see you next time on the Youth Baseball Podcast. Peace.